All right, here we are. Welcome back. And it's an unboxing day. I just got a new knife. And I'm excited because it's been a little while since I bought something. A knife-related thing. So let's go into it. This is kind of something that I found on holiday sales. And I couldn't resist. I'm sure that's happened to all of us. First aid kit, that's kind of cool. This is from E-Knives. Candy cane, have a knife day, Band-Aid, Microtech. I'm excited. Here we go. Oh yeah. It's a big boy. It's a big boy OTF. Yeah, so I was not always into OTFs. In fact, I kind of actively disliked OTFs for most of my knife collecting career, but for some reason lately I've kind of been on an OTF kick. And let me explain why. For the longest time, I thought that, and I was correct, that most OTFs are not very good performers, not good cutting performers, which is true. Now I do have my Benchmade Shootout, which actually is, because it's got really thin blade stock and a thin grind, but that is not very common in the world of OTFs. But I realized, you know what? I don't need every single knife I own to be a super cutter. There's some knives I want to own that are just for, number one, they're cool. Number two, they're good for self-defense or situations where you might need that. Three, I don't need to be, a super cardboard slicer all the time. I don't need to do that all the time. So I bought this Microtech. It just failed. Yeah, I don't really like this one. This is the UTX 85, and it's starting to fail sometimes. It's almost like the springs are not quite strong enough. This is for sale, by the way. If anyone wants it, I'll give you a really good deal. It doesn't fail very often, but once in a while, I'll give you a really good deal on it if someone wants this. And then at a recent California Custom Knife Show, I bought this. This is the Mini Hera, and this is kind of what got me back into Microtechs, because I saw that these new versions don't have these huge long glass breakers on the back. Look at that. Very, very minimal. Can barely even tell that it's a glass breaker. I used to hate those long ones that used to be on the back of like the Ultratechs and stuff. Really, really smooth switches now. They have it's like a dual spring drive train or some shit. But it's really easy to slide the switches now. Really, really smooth. Very, very nice. And I love the look of this knife. So it got me thinking, man, I really like this one. I kind of could go for a larger version of something like this. So I was looking around, and I was trying to decide between this one, which is the Combat Troodon, and the, what was the other one I was looking at? The Scarab, I think. I think it was the Scarab, yeah. Those are kind of two of their big OTFs. Because I wanted a big work OTF. And that's the other thing. I've been at a lot of job sites recently, and I've been carrying the Shootout, and it's a really good work knife. It really, really is. For a couple reasons. Number one, it's one of the fastest and easiest mechanisms to get out of your pocket with one hand, cut something, put it away with one hand, even if you have gloves on. You're on a ladder. You need to have one hand on the ladder. You got gloves on. You reach into your pocket, bam, cut something, bam, put it away. You're not fiddling with a lock bar. You're not messing with a button. It's just really, really easy and fast and simple. So I wanted a big, brutal, heavy OTF for a work knife. And let's check this blade out. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, my God, this is so big. Holy shit. Oh, yeah, right away. I love that That power is so nice. I don't know if I just got a bad one, but the spring power on this UTX 85 is, it feels just like it just barely pushes out. It's gross. I don't like it very much. I'll give you a good price on this, somebody. But yeah, this one, man, I can feel the power. Again, you know, you got the wiggly blade. That's just how OTFs are, most of them. Unless you got a Deadlock or a ZBP Microtech. Another thing that convinced me on this knife was I saw a torture test on a Combat Troodon. It was the last version, not this one, the one before. And these things are freaking indestructible, man. Just because it's got a wiggly blade does not mean it's fragile at all. I've seen this thing hammered through a 2x4 like a nail, like literally put it up like this and smashed it right here with a hammer all the way down to the hilt and then wrenched it out. And the lockup didn't fail. It stayed locked out. Crazy. He lit it on fire. He, batoned with it. He, all kinds of crazy stuff. So it made me think, man, this is probably going to be a really good work knife. Wow, this is really big. This is even bigger than I thought it would be. As far as knives go, this is large for me. I don't typically like huge knives. I think the largest knife I carry regularly is my 80-20. And this is actually longer than the 80-20. Oh my gosh. It's freaking huge, dude. But hey, that's what I wanted. Man, the switch is so smooth. I'll see if my girlfriend can do it after the video. When we were at CCKS Knife Show, we were trying a lot of Microtechs. The older generations, she was not able to actuate. And then she tried this one, the new one with the really nice drivetrain, and she just easily, super easily can do it. So that's kind of a good test. See if your lady can do it. I have a feeling she'll be able to do this one. It's really easy. Man, that thing fires. That is powerful. It's kind of a nice wide blade too. I feel like this might actually be a pretty decent cutter. We'll cut test it for sure. I got the drop point version just because it's a little bit more useful than the dagger for, actual cutting stuff. I like these slots in the blade. That looks nice. Combat Troodon. We do have the glass breaker, but it's very minimal. I also like how they added these little drain slots right here. That's really cool because when your knife gets kind of gunked up after a while, you can just spray some oil in there and then get some compressed air or air compressor with the hose and just blow it out, and then all the junk will come out the back. On previous or on other OTFs like this one, you can blow in there and you'll get some stuff out, but it's all going to kind of gather down at the bottom. You have to eventually probably take it apart and get all that gunk out. But this has a system to kind of flush everything, which I think is really cool. Also the clip, I wasn't sure if I would like this sort of ball clip on these new ones, but I actually do. It doesn't tear up your pocket, but it holds it in there really stiffly and nicely. So I actually really have no problem with it at all. I really like how you can kind of see through the hardware. I think that's a cool touch. Also, they're all reversible completely. So yeah, damn, this thing is freaking brutal. It really fires hard, dude. Is this a 4-inch blade? It's got to be at least. Exactly 4. So yeah, cut test coming, and I'll let you know how the use goes over the course of the next months, however long I have this. I'm sure I don't see myself getting rid of it, but shit happens. I'll let you guys know if I end up getting tired of it or finding an issue with it. I'll definitely let you guys know. Here it is with the mini Hera. It really is larger than I even expected. There it is with the UTX 85. And the shootout. I saw that they have the shootout now in drop point, which is really cool. And they actually had one on sale recently for $200 in the drop point, which is, I think, a great price for a shootout. I think if they're not on sale, they can be at like $300, which I think is too much. I wouldn't pay $300 for a shootout. You're getting a plastic handle. But $200, yeah, absolutely. This thing fires hard. It cuts really well. And even though it feels plasticky, it really is a great knife. I used to have a lanyard little loop back here. I grind mine off. I like it better without it. But, yeah, there we go. Never thought I would really be an OTF guy, but here I am. Yep, very cool. I'm happy with this. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Let me know down in the comments if you EDC and OTF, if you've carried them on work sites, what you like about them, what you don't like about them. I think they're really good work knives. That's it. Love you guys. See ya.